Okay, so I grew up Catholic. I was raised in Boston and grew up in the Catholic Church, and mainly it was just a force thing. It wasn't a relationship. We went on Christmas, Easter. We were CEOs, as Hal says, and so my relationship with Christ growing up was pretty much non-existent. I just went to church and you know activities to cause trouble.
And I'm from the Midwest, and I did go to church a little bit with different families that I lived with. That's probably when I first was introduced to the Lord. But again, it was touch and go, nothing serious, and no follow-up.
So eventually, when Jody and I met was in 1994. I was in the Marine Corps, and I had met Jody, and we began dating, and eventually moved in together in 1997. And at that time, she had already had 3 children from her previous marriage. So that was a bit of an adjustment for me, just not having kids to having 3, and again, being away from God and not having a relationship. We lived our life according to what we thought was right, and which, come to find out later, wasn't the right way.
Probably 1994, I believe. I started getting a bug to go see about this emptiness.
2004.
Oh, did I say? Okay, 2004. And we went to a couple different churches. We didn't like them. We got a postcard from New Song, and we decided to check it out on Easter, their first Easter here. And it was that time that I definitely accepted the Lord. I don't know the exact time, but I would drag Matt along with me to go to church. And eventually, 2005, I started to go into a small group and fell in love with the Lord. And then in 2006...
We were baptized, right?
2004.
So 2004, we were baptized as a family, and again, I was kind of just doing it to go along for the ride and keep my wife here happy, which is important. But more importantly, keeping God happy was not on my priority list at the time. But the day of the baptism, when Hal said, "Do I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior?" was when it actually hit me. And I realized what I was doing and what I was saying, and that's when my relationship with God actually started.
So since then, 2006, went on a mission trip, or actually before that, God purified us for the mission trip, or me for the mission trip, but also because Matt said, let's go ahead and get married. So we did, and God cleaned people out of our lives, but blessed us tremendously, being able to travel around the world and loving on Him. In 2007, we became small group leaders, and we have been ever since. So it's 6 years, with the guidance of Wilmer Pena.
Yeah, so just the transformation since we gave our lives to Christ didn't happen immediately, but eventually, God started to change us whether we wanted it or not, which, was true for me. And now I'm just so glad and so blessed that I allowed God change me. And so being a small group leader, being involved with men's ministry, and just being involved with this family here at New Song is a blessing.